Hey everybody, welcome to the Tuesday Night Live. Hanging out with Wes here, getting stoned. What are you smoking on?
Cheers, y'all.
Yeah,
Got the Sherb cream pie.
nice.
Smells like gelato 41.
Oh, that's not bad.
Like ice cream cake, like real sweet, and obviously, that Sherb and then the cream pie. I mean, I think they're all inbreds of all the same genetics at this point.
Yeah, it's getting hard to have the actual differences nowadays. How's it going, Nathan, G-Dank, Ace, Old School, Kevin? Yeah, Kevin, I was just saying, I just went to my messages on Instagram and I saw that. I'm like, oh, that sucks. Old guy, AG, Rebel. Hope you guys are all doing well. Cav, Patriot.
So, hey, Matt, up in the States there, or out of the States, I should say, you guys have the same kind of like hemp farm? Well, I guess it's legal to ship. Never mind. That's a stupid question. Well, THCA is pretty hot right now for the gray area loophole.
Yeah, so what exactly, like I've seen people talking about THCA, where they're talking about THCA weed. Like I know what THCA is, but that's probably not what they're meaning when they're saying THCA.
I think there's two kind of things that are going around, and I think there are cultivars that have been selected for THCA, pretty much calling them hemp. They're under 0.03% Delta 9.
Really? Oh, okay.
And so, but those are the ones that aren't getting you high.
So what are they doing?
So in the legal states, but I found a website that is claiming that their flower is THCA, but they're in the gray area of the acid profile. So it's not decarbed. You haven't put fire to it. There is no Delta 9 present because it can't. It has to decarb and release that acid profile, which is the THCA. And so they're selling regular flower as hemp under the Farm Bill here, and delivery right to your house.
They're not counting THCA. They're only counting it. They're only counting it once it decarboxylates.
Yes.
So here, I'll show you. This is.
But your cultivar has to not put on Delta 9 before harvest, or they send in the sample wet and then get the test result, because the wet weed is only going to have the acid profile.
So for example, if this wasn't here, this was mine that was done. So if this wasn't here and it was just a THCA, that would qualify, would pass to qualify if this over here was under 0.03 or whatever the actual limit is down there.
Yeah.
But because once it decarboxylates, this right here converts into Delta 9.
Yeah, it turns into psychoactive Delta 9.
Okay. That makes more sense of what they're talking about when they're talking about that.
Right. And so they could just fudge the dry time, send a sample in when it hasn't cured and dried fully. So like things aren't going to naturally decarb and oxidize and start to become active. So they'll get their test result, and then legally they have that to stand behind. Like, hey, we got this tested. We have the lab report. It says it's only THCA.
That's like, but shouldn't they know that converts as soon as that gets heated?
So in California, they're not falling for it anymore.
Okay.
But I was in Tennessee last week, and I had some shipped right to the house there, and it was completely legal. Tennessee still accepts THCA as a loophole.
Yeah. Oh, one of the rappers I follow, he has a whole brand of THCA cannabis, so that's why I know that. From Tennessee.
Yeah, and so Delta 8 is different than THCA.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering, because Delta 8, you have to actually take the CBD, then you have to add a alkaline acid to it to then make it into I don't know the actual proper name for it, but a form, and then you add something else to it, another acid you have to add to it after that, and then it converts it into Delta 9, but it can only be like in a pure form at that point, does it? Like a crystal form?
Sure. Yeah, and I don't think smoking it, like, you get that acid reaction at that point. Like Delta 8 is like not gonna do anything.
That was mine, dude. Regime. I didn't.
But then there's homies that like, I mean, clearly their test results are saying like 2% Delta 9 on the test, and they're sending it from DC. They're in Washington, and they're just shipping out. They're posting things on Instagram, and I think it's a free for all right now. Like, there's no way that the mail, the post of any kind, could or would take a sample from your package now, or keep your package and not deliver it, to have to test it at a lab. Like, it's not worth. So pretty much, like in the U.S., send herb as THCA to anybody, and you're legal.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty cool. I mean, it was a long time coming. Like you guys obviously paved the way, for that.
With using the loopholes and stuff.
Well, being able to ship across state lines nationally in Canada. Right? Like, you can ship weed to anybody?
Yeah. I can send an ounce to anybody across Canada. And I believe it's still, I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe we can send it to Quebec and Manitoba, even though you can't personally grow there without a medical license. I think it's still possessionable. You can smoke it, you just can't grow it in those two.
So would that be like considered decrim?
No, they're still out there, because they'll go to a dispensary and buy it. I believe they just can't fucking grow it themselves. It's just a shitty rule that their provinces that the people are still trying to fight their provinces for.
So that's like one step up from decrim.
Yeah. But you can buy it. You can have an ounce on you. They have the same rules.
That was the only difference.
Yeah.
Decrim is you could have it, you could smoke it, but you couldn't grow it or buy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was like, what? Where does it come from?
No. You can buy it. You can still buy it from the dispensary, all the stores there. But you just couldn't grow it, I don't think.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying that decrim here was the only thing you couldn't do was buy it. Well, two things: buy it or get it or grow it.
Yeah.
It was like, well, how do you? So you can legally have it, but you can't get it anywhere.
Yeah, it was like that in BC for the longest time. I remember even when I was growing up as a teenager, they decrimmed it. I think while I was like and you can have like 14 grams on you, but as an adult,
right?
But they wouldn't do anything. But you weren't allowed to buy it. You had to basically be like, oh, I found it on the ground.
Yeah, in the woods,
right? But yeah, like Shorehide just said. So you can totally still ship to those areas. They just have the rules on natural growing themselves.
Well, now, like I said, now that it's like the thing to do, like they're not going to be able to be like, well, that package is a pound, and we can't tell if it's THCA, if it's hemp, or if it's regular weed now. So, like, let the fish swim. And to me, like, we've been doing this a long time. like me and the homies back in the day,
Mhm.
like 20 pounds at a time every week, and then splitting up 5-packs between all of us. Like that was like 10 years of my life, like back, 15 years ago, through on, before growing. That was, yeah. So I've been like sending ounces and getting ounces, like, man, since forever. So
Yeah.
people are always like all nervous about the shipping shit. And I'm like, dude, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. Do you know how many actually really do go through before?
Yeah. You just don't be stupid like what we did when we had 15 pounds go missing in a week and a half.
Yeah.
We were next daying every package. And
Oh,
we were
really?
using different names and addresses on like the return and ship. And it was April. It was like the beginning of April, so like leading up to 420. And I sent out 3, one every, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. They went out, and they caught on to all of them, and they made it to like the distribution channel, and then the tracking number disappeared, and then they just nothing.
Oh, really? Yeah. No, that's bad when they catch on to the whole thing though, because it's everything goes.
That one, that's when I quit.
Yeah.
Because they were going to a certain state, and I had moved from that state, and I had plates on my vehicle with that state, and I was the only one pulling into the post office with that plate. So I was like, dude, they know it's me. Like, I had to poke it down for a while. I got sketchy.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I don't miss that.
Looking over the shoulder sucks.
Yeah, and also messing with like federal establishments, like they weren't messing around. Like, I was just naive at the time.
Yeah.
Stupid. But that's why I'm like, whatever, dude. Like, sending an ounce somewhere, or an eighth, or a quarter, like, there should be no problem.
No.
But I thought that was cool because Tennessee, they don't mess around. And I popped open that order from online, and it stunk up the whole house, and it was fire. I was like, all right, I guess THCA is real.
Yeah, it's so weird that they don't have it. That they don't realize that it converts when you add the heat to it. Why they haven't?
They gotta know, dude. They had THC like dispensaries there, and I mean, it was like stunk like 4 blocks away.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're just slanging real weed, and the cops are like, yeah, just THCA. At the airport, I smoked at the airport, like in Tennessee, outside, like with people everywhere. I was kind of sketched out, but I was about to just be like, it's hemp, THCA. Yeah. But it was cool.
That's what I mean. Like that result that I showed, 26% of it was THCA and 4 was Delta. What's up, Operation? Hey, country. Hope you're doing well. Let's see who else I mix. Grow Shack. Welcome. Welcome back, I should say. Anybody else I missed in there? Is that BK?
What is that match made out of?
He's talking about trying to get shirts to Canada.
They already got him on the blacklist for the seeds. That's flagged international.
Oh no.
Hey, playing cards and like tarot cards make the airport sensor go crazy. Like when they put your shit through the X-ray. The lady said like playing cards and any like deck of cards makes the machine go wild.
Which machine?
The X-ray machine.
Oh really? Hey. She had it like one go through and make it go wild, or all of them do?
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, it made like the one in her bag, like like alert, and then the lady that was TSA was like, "Oh yeah, it's just tarot cards." Like, yeah, every time.
That's funny. Yeah, every single time she goes through it, and the tarot cards go through and it sets it off.
Your girl.
No, I was just saying with you. That's funny. So they're used to them actually setting it off. That's pretty crazy though. That it happens on like the regular.
Yeah, I was with a friend and she had him, and she said that when she went through, the guy. Oh my.
Is that how you doing, EE? What's everybody smoking on in the audience? What are you guys doing?
So I went to Lowe's. I don't know if you guys got Lowe's out there.
Yeah, we got those.
The hardware store.
Yeah.
They got the earth boxes over there. Not earth boxes, but they got like the patio pickers or the city picker. That Big Nugs runs.
Oh yeah.
They weren't as big as he was saying they were. I think they're still only about 7 or 8 gallons, which is equivalent to the earth box, like 2.5 cubic feet. About 7 or 8 gal. But they look good. They're a different shape, like 2.5 by 2, almost square. I'm gonna grab one. I'm gonna grab 1 or 2 and start collecting the supplies to
getting it back together.
Yeah, even with being able to order herb, it's like I've been so disappointed.
Yeah, you got to get back at it. Plus, you got the good equipment to do it. You're just getting new earth boxes and just starting fresh.
Well, everything's up in a storage container. I can't get to it.
Oh, I see.
So it's like a 10 by 20, and it's just packed to the door. And we threw like tree branches and everything in there.
Really?
Yeah, I like
everything in there.
Yeah, well, I make cat trees. I used to make cat trees before I got sick.
Oh, I see.
Like climbing towers. And so I have just like a bunch of uprooted trees, like cedar trees that were dead living that I ripped out of the ground. And so yes, I can't even get in there, but I do have a light. I need a tent and some fans. And then the earth boxes, I'm gonna run all probiotically with the EM1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and that's the that carbon base.
No, well, I'm going to
No.
put that granular in there. That's the Organics Alive.
Oh, okay. I remember you were talking about that and wanting to run that at one point. So
Yeah, it's going to be Organics Alive, dried pellets, like a slow release kind of thing, but it's all carbon based, no pH, no EC, no heavy metal.
yeah, I
And
remember.
it's not attached to any ion, any salt or anything, so it's just readily available or not available.
Yeah, no, I'm
And then in the reservoir, I'm going to do the EM1, which is the effective microorganisms. It's pretty much lactis bacillus.
Okay. Yeah.
Bacteria, because it's an anaerobic chamber, the wicking chamber.
Yeah.
For the sub irrigation, so you put that EM1 in there, and it just creates this. I mean, that's probiotics.
So, Matt.
How's it going, man? Down. How's your garden growing on?
You know. How you doing, Wesley?
Good, bud. How you been?
Good. You know, same old, same old. Actually, we've had some pretty good improvements this week. You know, it's a week by week thing. I got to figure out how do I change this? Go to cam. No. Because I'm on my other phone this time.
Go to your camera settings, and you should have one that says rear view or
go to cam. No. Oh, go to more.
More. Yes, that's right. Go to more
settings, camera,
and you can change.
Once you get in the flow, it just flows.
And then this one, camera 2-3 facing front.
How you doing, Rams?
Or camera two facing back.
Yeah, that you want the back facing. There you go.
Because baby's got back.
Right.
How you guys doing tonight?
Not bad.
So this is my problem all the time. Every time I jump on here, I always forget that there's like a delay. So then I always get to yapping, and then I feel bad because people are trying to say something, and I'm always trying to cut them off, and it's not on purpose.
The delay from StreamYard to YouTube right now is about 2 seconds. So it's not too bad. Unless, is there a delay from where you're located?
It could be. I mean, I'm down Chicagoland area, so.
Oh yeah, no, you wouldn't have a delay. No, it would probably. Yeah, it's only a few seconds on the chat. You're all good.
Yeah, like now, I don't think that there's a delay at all.
No, I don't think so. I was saying if maybe you're on the other side, but no, you're all good.
See, but I'm on my new phone now, so I think my other phone was messing up, like real bad. I mean, I'm still using it to record and stuff. Like I can do all that, but like if I want to go live and stuff like that, we got to have the highest technology, I personally believe, but these are the babies.
Oh, hold on. Let me get you a little bigger here.
Here, let me wipe this off, make sure it's clean.
How you doing, Blazin'? Hope you're well.
So I think it was 2 weeks ago I showed these guys.
Yes.
For the first time, these are the Gary Paytons. We are at day I think it's 34 or 35. It's day 34. So it's day 34 since the flip. I went in there and I defoed. I didn't do a heavy defo this time. I'm just trying something a little bit different.
Yeah, looking good. It's all about just getting down as far as you get, so you can maximize, but you don't want to be wasting photons. If you're hitting the ground, those are photons that aren't being grabbed by your plant. So you're doing good.
Is that the Gary cut?
What do you mean?
Like, is it Gary Payton from Cookies from Burner? Or is it a seed?
So I got these back in January. They were freebies from North Atlantic Seed Company. So I don't know if it's theirs or what. Now I emailed them and I asked them, can you tell me more about this? And they said, unfortunately, we buy in bulk and our breeders only tell us so much.
Okay.
And that's how they left the email.
Interesting.
So I was like, well, you guys are pretty tight. So
And it was Fem?
yes. Now this is the third time I've ran them since then. The first time, so they sent me 2 free seeds. I planted those 2. I ran those 2 out. Those 2 came out pretty good. Then I cut, I don't know, a dozen clones just to practice cloning and those types of things. I ended up keeping 6. 2 of them were the mother plants. And out of all of it, I think I pulled just under a pound off 6 plants. But I hacked them all to hell.
Yeah. Hey. That's a 2x4?
This right here is a 2x4, yeah.
Yeah. When you pulled a pound, I mean, that's pretty good.
That's not, yeah, nice spread.
What's the profile? Is, like, I mean, you probably haven't had the real Gary, but
So
should be like cookies and fuel and gas and.
So this one supposedly is, I think it's Cherry X Snowman. It was cherry pie. There was Girl Scout cookies that was in there. There was like 6 different brands.
Right.
So that's why I don't think it's a true Gary Payton.
Well, I mean, they might have selfed the cut, and you're still going to get, like, if you self it, it's so inbred and hybridized that you're not going to get the exact replica of Gary, but you're going to get close. So, I mean, it could be the Gary cut just femmed on itself, and that's why you're getting different expressions.
So we're at day 34, and I don't know if you guys can see this if I pull it back. I mean, we're already showing purple fading leaves already. Like she's a beautiful plant, and that's the only reason why I decided to run her one more time, because I messed her up. I think it was week 8 of the last time. I gave her some nutrients I shouldn't have, and I burned them up. So luckily I had some clones, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it one more time, and we'll see. This is my question is, you see the tops? Is that light bleaching? Can you guys see that or no?
Yeah, I can see that. You're getting a yellowing there. I can see a little bit. What's your what did you say you're feeding it with again? Is this you feeding it with?
Yeah, I don't know.
Guy Green dry amendment.
Well, the chlorosis mixed with the rusting on the top part of the plant. Is it on the bottom part of the plant, or is it only on the top? Like,
no, it's only on this bud, this bud, this bud, this one,
the
this
highest
one,
ones.
this one, and this one, and this one.
The ones that are most stressed. you're
Just the
you're not
biggest
getting
one.
calcium. You're not getting calcium to that part of the plant. That's what's happening. So I don't know it's just that those ones just got a little bit extra stress on them. But I wouldn't worry about it. It's not aggressive. Like, because with your Gaia,
You're not crispy leaves. I was just saying, yeah, I agree.
Like, should I add calcium to it?
No, I'd add aminos to allow your plant to uptake calcium better. I'd do that over adding more calcium because you don't want to have too much in there.
Because I told myself this time, I said, I'm going to feed it the Gaia Green, and that's it. I'm not going to add See, because I have Big Bud over there, Overdrive, all that other crap.
What Gaia Green you feed? Just 444 and then 284? That's all you're doing? Are you doing worm castings at least in there too?
Yes.
Okay.
So this last time when I fed it, I gave it I think I only gave it a half a cup of worm castings per 5 gallon.
Okay.
So in total, this is what I gave it. I gave them, what was it? It was 10 of 284, 444, and no worm castings for these two because we are already in flower.
Sorry, I'm eating at the same time and trying to mute so I'm not chewing.
You can chew all you want to, Matt. That shit does not bother me, brother.
See, whenever I've ran Gaia Green by itself, especially without I don't know the other products Wesley would know more about organics than I do. Absolutely on this.
Well,
I've always ran into similar issues when having a higher intensity on certain parts of the plant. I don't know if it's something that's missing. I've tried to do the aminos, but I don't know if I've done it at wrong parts with the organics.
Okay. This is also that I actually put in them. So when I made the soil base, I put alfalfa meal, I put in oyster shell or bone meal. It wasn't both. It was either one or the other. I can't remember which one it was. And then I also put in Fantastic by T&B. So this is why I didn't hit him with a lot of nitrogen, especially going into flower.
Yeah.
Because I felt that if I did, I would have too much of a a toxicity of a nitrogen toxicity.
Yeah.
To me, they look definitely the best out of all 3 runs that I've done with them. They're not the hugest nugs in the world, but also every time that I've grown them, they've never been super, super huge. And we're only at day 34, so we haven't even hitting the bulking stage at all, or any of that yet.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, that's a lot of stacking of different soil amendments.
But with the Gaia Green, do you think the Gaia Green 444 and then switching to 284 with worm castings is enough to grow the plant under the intensity, or do you think
the problem with to get NPK numbers, you have to decrease your calcium. And people like in the cannabis market right now buy things off of numbers mostly,
Okay.
like THC numbers. So that I consider NPK numbers on the bag to be like THC numbers.
Okay.
And so pretty much every nutrient is lacking calcium because they want to get an NPK number that you feel like, oh, I can push my plant here, I can push my plant there. And like Matt saying, you know, amino acids and calcium are like the building blocks of every assimilation for nutrients. So if you don't have both of those and you're lacking calcium, especially with LEDs, you are in a soil system, you're pushing the nutrient load more than the soil can provide, and while lacking calcium, because calcium's being used up more because of the higher growth rates with all the new tech.
So is there an actual like calcium supplement that they sell that you can add once a week or something?
So are you in the US?
Yes.
So we were just talking about Organics Alive. That's the company.
Okay.
I would look into Organics Alive.
I'm gonna write that down real quick. It's called what?
Organics Alive.
Like saliva?
Like Alive, ALIVE.
Oh, alive, alive, ALIVE. Okay. Organic Alive.
Yeah, Organics Alive.
Okay, and they sell something like for calcium or whatever.
I believe it's called V-Cal, and it's their liquid bioavailable calcium. I believe it's like a 14% available calcium. It's like 2 mils a gallon.
Okay.
And you can water that in, and you can also foliar spray, and it's carbon attached, so there is no ions, there's no pH, there's no salts, there's no heavy metals. So for organics, you can never overdo and get a lockout. So, and they have the whole nutrient line, they have the whole NPK line for organic growing, and I can't push it enough that, like, instead of putting a bunch of blood meal, blown meal, oyster shell, all these things that aren't available and that don't play nice. If you're not like doing soil tests, it's really hard to keep a soil system correct without deficiencies. Organics Alive, you can pretty much play around with anything at any moment, and because it's attached to carbon, it stays neutral in your soil system. It's never force-fed into the plant. It never reacts with any other nutrients. It's never going to lock out. So you can play the top dressing game or the adding of nutrients, and you're never going to like overgreen your plant, and you're never going to get a lockout in your soil. So you can reuse your soil over and over and over and never have something get in excess.
Well, I'm thinking about switching because I'm in HP Pro Mix now, and I'm learning, you know, with all the peat that's in it, it's constantly raising the pH. So what I've been doing is dropping the pH down to 5.8 to 6.0, and I've been doing that for about 2 weeks on all of my plants. And I've seen a tremendous difference. Tremendous difference. Then going 6.5.
Right.
you know, from watching Canuck or whatever, I didn't realize at the time that he was growing in living soil.
Right.
And there's such a big difference.
What did you put your what is your pH at now?
I dropped it down to 5.8 to 6.0.
There you go. I remember we had this discussion 2 weeks ago on here.
You remember all those you remember all that shit that was happening?
Yeah. It's coming along, eh? Nice.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna show you guys here in a second.
I remember that 2 weeks ago. It was a calcium. He was dropping that.
Well, magnesium is what a lot of people were saying. Magnesium. So, you know, I mean, there was quite a few factors.
Yeah.
But this is what we figured out: that when we grow an HP Pro Mix, and if you water at 6.5 all the time, and that's what I was doing was 6.5, the peat. You got 30, well, actually, HP Pro Mix is 60 to 65% peat. And that stuff is going to raise your pH.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was you're dropping your iron out.
I think peat is acid, to be honest with you.
So my buddy over at We Pop Smoke, he told me, he said, listen, he said, I don't care what anybody says. He said, just try it for a week, man. He said, just lower it down. He wanted me to go even lower. He wanted me to go 5.5, 5.8. I stayed at 5.8 to 6.0, and I started to see slight improvements. So then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going down to 5.5. And I did it. And I'll take you guys over here now. I would show you guys the purple punch. She's getting ready to be cut down. So, I mean, honestly, I guess I could. I guess I really could. This right here. They always look so bad whenever I show you guys. But that's because she's getting ready to go to sleep. This is a vanilla frosting. She stretched out in a 4x4 tent. This is one plant. I'm going to stretch her out for another 7 days. I'm going to try to fill in these couple right here and just these couple right here.
Yep.
And I want to kind of stagger it because I flipped this girl yesterday. And this is the Violet Caps by Robin Hood Seeds. So this is her first day of flower. And I've also, so on this plant and the other plant, I dropped the pH down like way, way low. And she seems to be coming, except for, I mean, there's still a little bit of signs, you know what I mean? But the majority of it's gone. I did hit it with a dose of CalMag yesterday. So I'm hoping that will help. I don't know. We'll see. Look at these stalks. Look at that stalk.
Nice. Yeah, it's looking good, man.
I think she's 83 days old since I planted her. So this is in an AC Infinity 4x4 tent. Everything smart system, everything. She's under an FC 4800 for the light. And then this is my Spider Farmer tent. This is under the SE 5000.
Nice.
You know, with the little 6-inch clip fan over there. I don't know if I can show this one, but that one's AC Infinity as well.
So, just so you know, peat is acidic. It's not alkaline. That's the reason why Dolomite Lime is added to pH Pro Mix, is to help balance out, because lime is alkaline. So mixing those two things together is what they use to balance it out.
So hitting it at a lower pH.
I would not go. I would
right?
bring your pH higher than 5.5. I would bring it back up to.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah.
So for your pH, I'd bring it back up to 5.8 to 6, because if you are dropping it lower, you could drop out your calcium, and that's what happened to me in my last run, because my pro was fucked up on me. Right, I feed hydroponics, so what I was feeding, my pro was actually telling me the wrong amount, and I thought it was reading high, and I was lowering it down to the 4, so it was so low, my calcium was dropping out. And the indications that you're getting on your other plant, your flowering tent, where that calcium issue is happening, is because you're actually going too low. And that makes sense now, because if you drop your pH of what you're feeding down to a 5.5, then you may go even lower, and you're going to start dropping out. Molybdenum is going to drop out right away at like 5.2, and then you start dropping out calcium once you get below 5.
Well, something was telling me today. I don't know if it was my plant telling me I'm not bullshitting you guys. Something was telling me, all right, listen, let's pH it down to 6.15, because I mean that's how close I can get to it. So I pH it down to 6.15. Yeah. And that's what I pH set her, and I gave her the water today. Okay, tomorrow, awesome. Well, it won't be tomorrow, to be the next day after that, I'm going to go to 6.25.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. I just found those other plants that you showed where you had that calcium problem, that's where it's occurring from. It's because you're dropping a little too low.
Yeah. So. Which one? The one that I just showed you?
Yeah. That's why your calcium, that's where you're getting that rust on the side too. No, not that one. The flowering girls, the 2 flowering side-by-side plants that you had.
Oh, okay. Over here.
Yeah, these ones. Where you're having that rust out issue as well, where you have the yellowing, but you also have the rusting around the sides of the leaves.
Okay.
I just had this with my field DOG, because my pH was so low that I was dropping out calcium after it dropped below 5. So that's why, as soon as you said that, and then I realized what you were doing with the pH and stuff, and then I was like, wait a minute, that's gonna make more sense what's going on. So I just bring your pH back up to like a 5 to the 5.8, to that 5.8 to 6, and you're gonna be.
Well, that's what I was gonna figure. Honestly, was like 6.1, 6.2.
Yeah, you're gonna be a lot better. I think you're gonna have some more stable grow there. I think you had the right idea by bringing it down, because I think you were having iron problems before, and now you got too low into the calcium dropping out with some of your micros. It's a balancing, man. It is,
bro.
It happens.
These girls are finicky, but look, I mean, they're stacking up nice.
Yeah.
They're not the hugest buds in the world.
Dude. Yeah.
And I'll tell you one thing about man down gardening. We're not here to grow big buds. I'll tell you that right now. That's not what we're about. But I want to give you guys at least something to look at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least something halfway decent. I wish I could show you the purple punch. Hold on. I'm going to pull her out because she's getting ready to get cut down anyway. You guys want to laugh at something? I wish this plant would just be done. So I could just be over and done with it. All right, guys.
Nice. chunky though. Hey, Julian.
Every single one of them, bro. So I topped her here. You know what I mean? And here. And look at these stunkers. And it's an auto. It's my first auto ever.
That's the one that came in the bucket, right? Just add water and go. That's cool, yeah.
Grow peaceful. I'm not here to promote that. But since we're on the subject, look what I got going right here.
Round 2. Nice.
Can you guys see that?
You've done really well with it, bro. It looks freaking huge.
Oh, she's huge, bro. I bet you I pull at least a quarter pound off her. So this one is only this one's only eight days old. It's an Immortal. I asked all the fans what they wanted to see. This is the one they wanted to see. I just put this wire in here because it was kind of flimsy. You know how all that goes.
Yep. I hear
But yeah, she's an Immortal. She's 70% sativa, 30% indica, and she feeds. That's her aroma. Cheese. But she don't look bad, I guess, for 8 days.
Healthy.
Where is the your big one? Where is it growing? Is it actually just growing there underneath but light?
What's this one?
No. The big autoflower you have in the middle of the room.
Oh, okay. So this one right here, I have it in a Spider Farmer SF, and it's under an SF 2000.
Oh, okay. So you just bring it out for
yeah, because it's napping nap time for her.
Yeah, I see.
So I only bring it out to show because I guess I would have to be here at 7. But let me give you guys just a little bit better look at it. And like these are all the buds, guys, all of them. Every single bud on this girl. I mean, I understand there's no fan leaves. I'm gonna have the easiest trimming job in the world, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But every single bud on her is like fucking huge. Hold on. Here's a size comparison.
Come on.
Yeah. Nice.
You know what I mean? And we're not talking just one bud. We're talking every freaking bud. But they're not I'm gonna put my phone down for 1 second.
How you doing, Ace and Julian? Just now that you put it down for a second, just have you.
What's up, guys?
They're just not there.
How you doing, Ace?
Huh?
Doing pretty good, buddy. How are you?
Managing. Getting stoned for the first time today.
Yep. Man down. If you have other ones, you go ahead and show. I was just there's two other people popped in. We were just saying hi. Oh, you got AirPods.
No. So I showed you the purple punch. I showed you Gary Payton. I showed you this is the vanilla frosting.
Oh, we get you. Yeah. And that's the one you're gonna stretch out for the couple more weeks before you flip it.
Maybe 7 more days, and then I'm gonna flip her.
Nice.
This one I'm starting a new series on.
Yep.
That's the Immortal, and then this one's Violet Cap. And she's almost stretched out to the 4x4 as well.
Yeah, it's healthy looking. It's a good size.
So there was one thing I wanted to tell you, Matt.
Yes.
I want to tell you who I signed with today. And
Who
it's a blessing from God, brother.
Who you sign with?
AC Infinity.
There you go. Nice work.
AC
There you go.
So
Congrats.
all the hard work, because you know I put in the work, bro.
Yep. Well, that's awesome. Nice work, dude.
I don't know what Spider Farmer's going to say about it,
Man, we don't know nothing.
Hey,
But-
Sticky.
what happened. I'm also with Boombox now. We're with Seedsman. I mean, the list just keeps going on and on and on and on. So we are definitely in the right position. We're going the right way. And I want to thank you. I want to thank all of you guys, whoever subscribes to my channel, whoever gives me the thumbs up, whoever gives me the middle finger. It does not matter. It's interaction on my channel. I owe it all. I owe it all. Listen, brothers, I owe it all to you guys. Because without you guys, this would not be possible.
Infinity, bro.
Yeah,
Hopefully
man.
they send you a tent package. That'd be awesome. Get a whole AC Infinity package. Fuck yeah.
Right?
AC Infinity wants to hook me up.
Here,
That's
Here,
a
I want to show
jackpot.
you. I want to show
here's
you
a
what
gift from AC Infinity, a 10x10 complete setup.
That'd be
Matt,
awesome.
you know what that is?
Yeah, it's the big dehue. Is that the dehue or the humidifier? That's the
That's
dehue.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know how to work it yet.
Nice work.
They sent it to me. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? I love it.
So I did a thing last night before I went to bed.
What's that?
How do I take this off so I can just kick it with you guys for a second? Here, I'm gonna hit my camera. We'll go back to camera. That way other people can get on.
Step on my feet. Don't step on it. Stop stepping on it.
What's this? Are you soaking something?
That is a cocoa coin, and
Oh,
my
yeah.
seed is in the cocoa coin.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, it came in weird. It looked like a glass the first time I looked at it.
Well, it's because it's. I use a solo cup and I poke holes in it so it gets air, but it's still a humidity dome.
Oh, okay. That's why it did look like a glass. Sorry, it's just a little blurry. So,
All right,
What
now,
is it?
are you guys seeing my face, or am I chilling with you guys, or what?
is your face when we go like this?
Ah!
You guys, I love you guys.
But
You guys, are
that's a Autoflower that is a cross between OG Kush and Lemon Haze.
oh wow!
That's weird. It's looking good.
So
I bet it'd be beautiful.
I just started this last night. Hopefully, like the last one, it'll pop within 4 or 5 days, and then I'm off and running. But that's it. I'm done.
Okay. My turn.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Yep.
All right, give me the screen, Matt, and I'll run you through it. So I've been up a few times now, guys. Matt knows me quite well. I have, and this is good for you, man, Dan. I have an Immortal. I have been messaging you about that, telling you I've got the same plant, and it's literally
Oh no. You disappeared.
hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Now,
Yeah, I've got the Immortal, but it's at the end. It's 105-day flowering time, they reckon. But I'm pretty sure I'm at like day 86 or something. I'm thinking it's done. But I'll show you this. I'll run you through.
Yeah.
It's huge. But as I was showing you, look, I did, because of you, Matt, took me into it. I got there we are. Whoop, okay. I got a 5-pack of those. I'm wrapped about that. These octopots, fuck yes. This was $50 for a 5-pack of these are 20 layers, like 19. So, well, I've been having my auto.
Uh-oh.
Audience, can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yeah, it like flickers in and out.
Sorry about that. So my photo periods are always holding a lot of water, and I'm having trouble letting them aerate fast enough to keep up on the feeds. I'll show you. So those are all my photos down here. Now, I'll turn the camera around. Sorry, I'm on a laptop, guys, so excuse the wriggliness. Okay, so this is my tropical burst from Copycats. And I topped it once, and I've been kind of mainlining it, I wanted to create a good frame before I flower it, and as you can see, I've just cleaned it up a little bit. It was struggling. I had a lot of trouble with that. Next to it is the nanas, and that's the smaller one, and then that back one is the nanas of this row of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that one in front of the fan, that's the bigger nana. Both the same age. So this one here is the same age as that one over there at the back. And then the one small one in the middle in the small pot is a spaz port. I got this one of my testers sent from Yield Source. And then here are my autos. And forget that thing at the back. That's a re-veg. I don't know what I'm doing with it. It's actually healthy now, so I might just flip it. But anyways, my autos, the front 3, so the one at the very back is the Immortal. I'll give you a close up, but give me a sec. The front 3 is I had my, so they're all the 3 the same, Nightmare Comet. The bigger one, they're all the same age. The bigger one's, because the smaller pots, they're like a 2-gal, I think. And you can see what happened to them. They barely, they went and flowered too early. That was just that was the first one to go and flower, that small one. And then there was this one over here, and that black pot as well. That was the next to go and flower. And when they started going and flowered, this was still vegging. I was like, fuck it. You never topped an auto. My bro over in Aussie, we accidentally topped his Immortal. And I was like, well, fuck, I'm going to try to see how it works. So I did, and it was looking awesome. But besides that, I'll give me a sec. I'll unplug. You guys all caught up? Okay, so I'll give you a close up. I just watered everything. That's the Immortal.
Julian, is that the same one I'm growing?
Yep, AQ Genetics. Immortal. It's half alien head and Pluto cut.
It is.
Pluto's cut alien head. That's the cross. And look at I left that pin in too long, and now it's growing around. There's no way I'm going to get out without cutting the plant or cutting the. Do you see it in there? It's growing right around it.
Just let it stay.
Yeah, I had no choice. But that was all my training by the apex top. I kept that below all the other tops, which opens it up like this. Anyone that grows and trains will tell you, as long as you keep the main at the top below everything else, you'll always get extra growth like this. All these will pop up. I did have a pH issue, which is why all the leaves are missing, because they crinkled up, and that was due to
the same issue I had.
Yeah,
I fixed it though, but it cost me $175.
It's worth it though, dude. It's good, and that's a good quality one you got there.
And my Godzilla.
Oh, you're popping a lot.
Okay, so hopefully you can hear me. Remember, I came on one other time and I showed you I had a plant that looked like the Immortal. It was the Godzilla cookies. I harvested it. I don't know, maybe it was cutting out. You probably couldn't hear me. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, oh yeah, we can hear you now. I'd let you know as soon as it did more than once in a row.
Thanks. Sorry about that, guys. So I had a Godzilla cookies that I came up to show you all over the last 2 weeks or a month or so. Anyways, I'm sure you've seen it, Matt. I harvested it and then I've been curing it now. Well, it looks similar to that, a little bit bigger, and I got 7 ounces off that plant. Okay, and it looked basically like the Immortal does now. But this Immortal has more lateral branching at the bottoms. Like the Godzilla didn't have all this extra growth around the main, all the buds. Like you got the big donkey dick, and then you've got all these other follow throughs. So yeah, this is going to surprise me. I can't wait. But so my point is though, I've got out of that Godzilla that I found a seed. I was like, holy shit, cool, a seed. So I tried to plant it, and that's what that is there. Because I brought off herpes, I paid $150 for a pack of Godzilla cookies, and then some free testers that came with it, and that was $150 to send it to New Zealand and all that stuff with the stealth and all that shit, you know. So I ended up germinating, trying to germinate every single seed. So I got 3 of the Godzillas, and only 1 actually germinated. They were dud seeds to 2, and then I also was given testers or like freebies that were dark purple. I had 2 of them. Oh no, 3 of them, and then I had Gorilla Glue number 4, 2 of them. None of their Herbie seeds took. Like I would put them in a shot glass, and then that didn't work. So I tried it in a napkin. That didn't work. So I've tried it in the dirt. None of them are germinated except for 1, and that was that Godzilla, which I ended up with a good.
Oh, you broke out totally there. Oh, you're muted. There you are. We can't hear you.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry, this is a problem with laptops.
It's all good. It's all good. I hear you.
So
everybody's
this is
somewhere.
this is. I'll get a camera eventually. This is the Godzilla.
Yeah.
And the biggest buds I got was a 3-gram bud. Like it was like 3.16, and then no shit, I ended up with like 8 buds this size that are 2.4 exactly. No shit, 8 exactly same size buds that each I put them on are 2.04, and it's like, what are the chances after trimmed and everything, you know? And like so. As you can see, and I've got my Boveda packs, and that's at a 62 relative, to try and keep it cheering sticky, because it is quite sticky, but only now when you rip it open. But I can't place the smell. I think it's quite piney, real piney. But then when you rip it, it gets this real stingy smell. Like it's like not a gas, but like a sweet, like bitterness. It's quite weird. But this Immortal has got a really unique smell, so that's going to be interesting. And when that comes through, guys, I will show you.
That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Nice work. Those plants are definitely filling in. And the one thing that I really noticed is your garden is much greener than it was the last time since you've made those changes. It's nice. You're muted. Yeah, it's all good. I'll let you know.
What are the chances, eh? Oh, again. Sorry, guys. Yeah, no, thanks, man. That means a lot, eh, coming from you. But everyone's input levels, their whole crew, love those guys. Can't shout them out enough. Help me out big time. You know, I'd like to shout out AG and my bro Sticky if he's watching. Greg, he's the man. I love talking to him every day. The community, you guys, is what makes this work.
Absolutely. Yeah,
all right, I'm gonna jump off. Thank you, Matt.
No problem. Have a great night.
Yeah.
And then there was 3. Man down, you still there? Nope. Maybe not. Just me and you now, Wesley.
Oh, bullshit. I'm still here.
You're still there. I didn't know if you were there or not.
I said, how old is Julian's Immortal?
He'll be in the chat. We couldn't hear you until just now. if you were talking before.
Yeah, I was not too much. I lost my pack of smoke, so I was on a mission.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
So now I'm outside, so that's why it's dark.
Yeah.
I see. I gotta get used to this. I gotta get, dude. I hate technology, bro.
I hear you. Like I just said to Julian, everybody starts somewhere. I started my channel on my cell phone, making videos, doing my cell phone, and buying one of those dumb editing apps on there, and then taking off from there.
So that's exactly what I'm doing now, right? I'm doing everything on my phone, but you know what I did this weekend? I paid a couple of neighbors to come over and clean out my basement and make me a little office area.
Oh, nice.
So that way, dude, it's on a bed with some stilts, with the table on top, but you know what? It's stable. I can put a laptop, I can hook up a TV, I can hook up an HDMI cord, and now I can start getting to business.
Figure you'll just cut your own clone when you get here, and then we'll mail it the day you leave. That way it'll be like 6 days growth before it gets to you there.
Yeah, no, that'd be a good idea.
You give me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm hoping you're not sending it anywhere between now and when I
No.
because it might show up when
I
I'm
looked
not
at the
there.
timing and I was like, you know what would work best if he comes and picked his own and we let him sit here. I bought one of them dome things that's downstairs.
Oh,
so they're gonna have a nice comfy life until they get in the mail, mailing them to yourself.
Did you want me to bring any of those back, by the way? Because I got them still.
Any of which things? The clone chippers?
Yeah.
No, I just got another. I think I got 15 of them now. So, but I'll always take them back.
There was one.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just gotta say, Julian, how old was your Immortal? Yeah, he's just in the chat, so I just know that you were wearing that question for him. Just before we check our
I've been doing this for 5 months.
Nice work.
5 months. You give me 1 more year, and I'll be right there next to you, and we'll hold our own podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
You let me get fucking refreshed up on all this technology, and just one night we'll have a man down Matt's greenhouse. You know what I mean? And we'll just sit back, we'll answer questions, all that shit, because that's the goal, bro. That's definitely the goal.
Sounds good. All right. Hey, Short is gonna show his garden, so hold on. Let's see this.
Oh, you guys have all seen it before. It's just a little older this week. The Blue Sunset Sherbet from Barney's Farm. And this one is Alien Treats from Robin Hood. It's looking a little thirsty today.
Yeah.
This little girl is Papaya Fire. One of the one Photosynthetic Pheno hunted.
That was the one that last time you showed it, I didn't even know it was gonna survive.
Yeah.
That was
there was 2 of them. That one didn't make it. The little tiny one did, though. It's alive.
That's awesome.
I don't want to come back in the stream yard. I'm just trying to get to the chat, bro.
Pardon me?
How do I get straight to the chat?
I still didn't quite hear you.
How do I get straight to the chat? How come they keep wanting me to go into the stream yard?
Oh, are you trying
to get into the chat, you gotta leave StreamYard.
Oh, yeah. What? So, get out?
Yeah, you have to close out StreamYard and then go back to the live on your phone. You just go right back in that way. Everything should pop back up there.
This is going into the bag tonight.
Nice.
Solid. These are solid buds. That's the Purple Ghost Candy. and everything else went into jars.
Yeah, man.
Ended up with when I took the top buds off of this, just the colas, gave me 520 grams.
Oh, nice. That was just the top colas.
Yeah. The unicorn poop was 375, and what was the other one? Oh, someday I'll remember what else I grew.
Well, how many days? How many days was your dry? Is what he was asking.
This one has been hanging for 30 days.
Oh, really? Hey.
Yeah. Well, the last one we let it hang 45, and then it went into the Grove bags for 5 weeks. And that's the one that I just posted on your Discord.
Yeah.
With the sap.
Hold on.
What causes that sap anyway?
Oh, what was it?
Bricks.
I think so. I think it's a mixture of that.
What causes it?
I've only ever happened once before on a nug, but no. Hey, what? Here, I can bring it. I can bring it up. Hey, Wesley.
Here, I'll jump off because I'm done. I can go back onto just I'll go watch on the TV and speak on the phone here
Sounds
so I
good.
can see what you're posting.
There we go. This is what he's asking about. Where does this normally when it occurs on the?
I think that's just like a bunch of resin heads like connected together.
Yeah.
That's on a leaf,
Yeah, because that's not on a cut.
and that's on the bottom side of the leaf.
It's not on a cut stem or anything. That's
No.
just strike heads.
And it
Yeah,
was just all over the plant.
that's just grease.
Yeah, it was sticky.
Yeah, I think I've had a plant do that one time.
'Cause that's the third time we've grown it, and it's never done it before.
She was happy.
Are you setting this one away for results as well?
Yep.
Okay, that's cool. So then you'll be able to see if there is a difference in something there.
Well, do a terp test as well because it might be just that the resin heads busted because there was like so much terpene.
Well, it was all over the plant.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because you do have glandular heads all around that area, right?
So like that's on the same bud, eh?
And
that's on here, just down here a little bit.
the sugar leaf also like matures a bunch faster than the trichome heads on the flower itself. So
I've just never seen it before.
I've seen this in Hawaii and like Jamaica, like where the bud just keeps like going and going and going. The season doesn't really change, and it just keeps flowering. Like it's always in a flowering state, and so the resin just gets like goopy, and that's really the only other places I've seen it consistently.
Well,
Use
see if it
UV?
happens again next time.
Did you do anything with UV or anything?
That plant? No, it didn't.
It's interesting you say with when they go long because I know that you've done yours went longer, but my dead unicorn I had little bits of this that came out of it. at some portions, and I've never taken a plant that long in flower before.
Right.
But you took yours even longer than I took mine, so that's why that never happened.
First time I did 105, and the second time was 97.
Yeah,
and you went what 80,
88, I think.
8.
Let me see.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that those long flowering strains that they put on resin like no other. Like everything's hybridized. Those 9 weeks, you're just not going to find quality like this. I think the flower I gutted on was a Malawi cross, was an African cross to a sour diesel, and it liked to go like 12, 13 weeks, and I mean, it was a terpene hound.
Unicorn poop is GMO crossed with sophisticated lady.
So something about like recessive genes came through. Like if you're taking it, that's 12 weeks, right? That you took?
That one, day 87.
I think that's about 12 weeks
Yeah.
right there. And if you took it longer the time before, that's...
No, the previous time, well, once it got harvested early on 62 because of life. And the one before that was day 85.
I think you said 113 or something.
Well, we always harvest when the trichomes look right.
Yeah.
Our days don't really matter if it takes 100, if it takes 110. When the trichomes look right is when the trichomes look right.
No, that's why it's so interesting, because you do that. You do, right? So you can see how it goes all the way.
Yeah. Like,
no, my dead unicorn was 91 days. I just
91.
Yeah.
So like, even different conditions could bring on different arrival times for it being ready.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't ready till day 105, and the other one was ready on day 97. Maybe it'd been ready on day 94 because we didn't check it for a few days.
It's true.
All of a sudden we went in there and said, "Oh, this is ready."
But yeah, no, so that's interesting.
But anyway, that was my question. If you knew what exactly may cause that, because it actually puts a nice flavor on it.
Then, if it does, then it has to have something to do with the terpenes, yeah. Even sesquiterpenes do flavor as well.
But hey, I'll jump off here and let someone else show some stuff.
Happy plant, put on extra resin.
Tastes good.
Yeah, man. Looking good.
We'll be mailing you some out tomorrow, Matt.
83 days.
Oh yeah, no, that's awesome, because if you send it there, they can grab it. Just like they grab, I have a new light that just showed up tonight for a new series that just showed up. So if you send it, even when I'm not here, I can pick it up. Just don't.
Well,
send
I was just going to send it to the normal address and.
Yeah, because they'll always be able to grab it there.
Not to your place.
Fuck my place. No, things sometimes never show up.
Yeah. Your place has bad postal carriers.
Yeah, it doesn't work well.
Am I looking the right way? Where are you? There you are.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm bad at this steering the camera shit. There we go.
Hope you guys are having a good evening.
Catch you later.
See ya. Hey, Smokey. Hope you're doing well. It's always awesome when you. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning where you're at. Oh, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, there you go.
Even better.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Put outside the 4x4. Yeah, pretty much the Spider Farmer, the AC Infinity, that humidifier that they have is super dang. The AC Infinity one. Where it's like a big square unit, it's got a hose, you can hose right in.
Don't they have that one big thing that does a whole bunch of different things? A forge that does
Oh,
like
it's got all different. You can go inside the tent, outside the tent. I trial ran the Spider Farmer one, and it was a little off on its calibration, but nothing you can't figure out with another humidistat. But I liked it, dude. It had little hoses you could hose in, and a different probe, so you could do inside and outside of the tent too.
And that was the humidifier or dehu?
Humidifier, ultrasonic.
Awesome. Yeah, because I know their new dehumidifier has a hose that goes in as well, and you can pull right out of the tent. It's a 32 pint dehumidifier, and it just pulls it right out of the tent. And it's also an active drain, so if you hook it up, it could just passively just drain as it's pulling.
Right. Yeah, that's key, dude. You don't want to.
You don't want to have to sit there like, oh, it filled up.
Just something 3 gallons.
Yeah, I think it's 4. Yeah,
4.
I think it's 4.
That's a decent chamber.
Well, it's a $200 unit.
Yeah, like the ones at the grocery store, they're like a gallon.
Yeah.
Not the grocery store, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a fairly large unit. I think Man Down had one. That's what he was showing. It was yours, Man Down. Was yours the dehu that you were still setting up?
I think it was. Yeah, it had a big
hole in the top for the vent.
hose attachment. Yeah, I mean, that's real estate in the tent, room space. That's not.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's so nice being able to have these outside the tent to be able to pull away.
Yeah. Yeah, and if it doesn't recirculate CO2 would be great. Or keeps it in loop.
Yeah.
Which I would think so.
I like the high 60s to 70. It all depends on your light too. You want to make sure that your humidity matches your light for BPD. But yeah, in that range, I like that. Along with an overall temperature of 80.
Yeah, if you're up at 70 on the humidity, you could be up at 84.
Yeah, I would go to 60. I would try to get to 65 if you can. Where you're at, can you get shipments from Australia? Like if you were to order anything, would it be from Spider Farmer? Would it be a Spider Farmer Australia? Because if you do, my code works in Australia as well, so you can save money that way. Because I know they have a smaller humidifier if you need to ring it up. Yeah. If Spider Farm Australia would be the cheapest shipping for you. I don't know if it would be. This just seems a lot closer. If you go to the AU site, it works. But yeah, I would bring your humidity up. I would bring it up to 65. Especially, where's your temperature setting for I would keep your humidity at I would keep your humidity at like 60 at 80. 60 or lower. And then going into the last few weeks of flower, I drop it down to 50s regardless. I wouldn't even bother keeping it higher than that. It'd be sketchy. I always try to drop it down, especially in the last 2 weeks. But while in the midst of most flower at that, I would definitely keep it at 60. 55 is all right. Let's see. What do I do here? Flower. So yeah, if you're running it at 80 for flower, you're gonna at 80. At 55, you're gonna be you're basically you're in a right zone. You're right at the tail end. See. Actually, no. I would say you're actually pretty good where you're at right now at 80. I just go to Pulse Labs. I just go to Pulse Lab BPD chart, and then make sure you're looking at the appropriate chart for your stage, right? You got different. You got like clone stage, or clone / really early. Then you go to vegetative stage, and you go flower stage. So. And most of these will assume a 2%. If you want to be super accurate, you can use other calculators, but this is pretty helpful. Yes, sleep with sativa, they last a long time. My main stage, I'm running. I made a DIY Scorpion basically before they actually had the Scorpion, and I built it with 3 heat sinks and then a backbone, and I'm running 2 of the kits off of it, and that thing has ran non-stop for 5 years at least without an issue. And if there was an issue, I could just buy another board and slap it on. That's the nice thing about the kits. But yeah, so. It's always kind of good to just go to the chart and check the chart if you need to, because it will definitely help you dial in. But after looking at that chart, what you were saying at 55, I'd say you're actually right where you're supposed to be. I may even be going a bit higher. When I'm at 60, I should be maybe a little lower like you are there. It's a better spot. No, that's up. Doesn't matter. You can. That's the fun. You can just do what you want with it. Oh, okay, awesome. They have an app as well. Good to know. No worries, man down. That's what it's all about, is helping out other growers. That's why I like this. That's why I do this. So I've been running this Tuesday stream. It used to be on Wednesdays over a year ago, but I switched it a while ago. Yeah, that's a good idea for deal on that. How's it going, Stone, again? Your mic's just popping.
Hold on a sec. I'm trying to get this damn camera on. It's messing with me.
Oh, it's all good.
The camera's getting everybody, isn't it? Okay. I'll just make sure it's facing back. I didn't want it to grab my face, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I hear you. I hear you.
I don't know if Coyote's kind of collaborated with you, but I sent him some genetics out that I've been creating, you know, and I do that 12 and 12 from seed shit, you know. But I do like my own feminized and everything. I try to save money, but these are all asleep, so I'm waking them up. But I just want to show you some shit. So I'm running the Diablo 350R HOG in a 4x2. It's a little bit overkill, but it gives me great yields. So
it's a nice light. Do you know what? I'm all about running a larger light and just dialing it back a bit and getting the proper coverage. That's an awesome idea.
Oh yeah, so here's what I do. Here, I'll show you what I do real quick. But yeah, the VPD, dude, I ain't really dialed in on shit. I ain't gonna lie. I just kind of do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't agree with my shit, but at the end of the day, if it makes me happy, that's all that matters, you know? So.
VPD drives the rate of how water goes up.
I got me an Apogee, you know what I'm saying? So I got the MQ610, you know what I'm saying? So right at the tips of mine right now, I'm in like week 2 flowers, so I'm like 600, 500, but I just raised the light. So would you cram it down to 900 ppfd right now in this stage or what?
No, not from 600 to 900, no way. But I would go to like 750. Are you running enriched CO2 or are you running just?
No, I have ppm meters and everything, Matt. Let me see. Let me hit my ppm meter over here and see what it's reading. But I ain't running no extra shit. So it's saying 511 right now.
Yeah, so you're just slightly above ambient.
My temperature right now is 78 Fahrenheit. My humidity is 68. It's a little high, you know. That comes with it. It's been raining like a motherfucker. But check this plant out. You see all these spots on it? I flushed it because it seemed like it was getting burnt by old nutrients. But now it's doing this shit. Looks like potassium and calcium deficiency.
It would be calcium if it was coming straight from the top, but it's coming out from the bottom.
Looks like underwatering.
Well, see, I pulled the old book out and shit, you know, the old Grow Bible, and I've been looking at deficiencies and shit, and it's saying that it's a potassium because it's on the outside of the leaves the most, right? And it's saying that it's a CalMag deficiency, which I did cut the CalMag off just to see if I could, because I've never seen, like, a lot of people like, if you use tap water and you dechlorinate it and let it set out for 2 days, usually you have enough calcium in your water. So I was just trying to debunk that, and I didn't put my Cali Magic in there. And this motherfucker, it's the only plant I didn't run Cali Magic in, and boy, it's showing spots. But I'm just making sure I'm right on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you do have enough calcium in your tap water. It's the uptake. It's the aminos for the uptake. And I've mentioned this many times before. It's just that's where it is. But with calcium would start from the top of your plant and work its way down. As it's a immobile element. There's
so
mobile in your grow Bible. It should tell you about mobile and immobile elements and where that deficiency would start from, because a phosphorus deficiency looks like a calcium deficiency depending on which part of the plant you're looking at. Right?
Yeah. That's for sure. I mean, I know you know. That's why I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather take your advice than anybody else, you know? So I got it at about 750. I think that's going to work. The lowest one's probably a 5.
How heavy are you feeding it, or what are you feeding it?
Oh, shit, dude. You know what I feed mine, dude? I feed them that cheap shit, bro. I don't try to get scientific with it. I give them extra CalMag, Miracle Grow, and that's all these bitches get. But these are loving life, man. These plants are perfect. It's just this one. It starts with the cut that JP sent me. He sent me that Capillator's Mac 1 cut. If you look at this thing, you can see all the rosin. Well, you can see in the pictures I sent Coyote and all them, but if you zoom it in, dude, this thing's got trikes all over the fucking leaves, like the Mac 1. So I took that capillator cut. I took the capillators cut and reversed that motherfucker and put it on a Chimera 3, then reversed it and put it on an Animals cookies. And this is my FR1 of all 4 of them combined. I put Project 99 for the 4th one. So
I don't want to scare you, but that looks suspect of HPLV, and he had HPLV.
oh shit, for real?
Yeah.
But that intravenoid chlorosis that's going all the way through the plant looks like magnesium.
Let me get you in so you can see better. I mean,
When I had it, that's what they looked like.
Yeah.
like this shit here.
Yep, deficiencies all over the plant, but the plant's healthy, kind of.
So you think JP, I might have got that shit from outbreeding it into other shit? Because I mean, all these are fine. Now all these got Project 99 pollen too. Like this is my Moby Iraqi I turn into film. All these are film seeds now. This is green Auto Project 99, huh?
But you see how every one of those plants is yellow within the veins. The veins are green, but it's yellow. That's called intravenoid chlorosis, and it's happening throughout the plant on an even scale. So you're not getting enough magnesium, which is the building block of chlorophyll.
Okay, so I need to bump up my CalMag then.
Well,
How
Or amino acids.
mag.
You may not need the extra calcium.
What if I substitute sulfur mag and cut out?
Exactly. You can do the Epsom salt to see if that will help. But
Hold
like
on a second.
Wesley's saying,
I think I got something, Matt. Let me see if this will work. Tell me if this will work. This one's about Botanicare, but I can't remember what it was. My cousin brought it over, and he's like, "This shit should fix it." When he seen it at first, but I thought he was fucking crazy, and I was like, "I don't know if I should trust him." Because he wouldn't see it. He would love for me to kill all my plants. Sweet Raw by Botanicare. They're supposed to be sulfur mag or whatever. You know, the sulfur shit.
what does it say on the side?
Well, that says Sweet Raw is a special formulated to produce beneficial results during all phases of plant growth.
Magnesium sulfate. It's derived by it's Epsom salt. It's magnesium sulfate. That's what it's derived from. So that's perfect. That will help.
So I need to add this as the recommended dose, like 8 milliliters, because it's calling for, what the fuck is it saying? I don't got my glasses on.
Well, I also don't know what.
It's like 8 milliliters or some shit to 1 tablespoon. I know Miracle Grows shit, but you know.
No, but I don't know what's in it, right? You don't want to be like adding more of something.
I mean, I get all the proper gear and shit, like Blue Lab and shit. I don't know. I'm fucking cheap, and I'm like fucking dinosaur age. You know, my uncle that passed away taught me this shit, so I try to keep it around like as a family tradition. But I can just tell by the plants, it just doesn't do that great. I'm thinking about moving to like Jack's 321 or some shit, you know. Because I would do
that. I would move away from Miracle Grow and do that.
Yeah. So what would y'all think would be the best cheap nutrients to use though? That would be, that would yield good.
Jack's.
Jack's is inexpensive. I know that if you use, I know that raw is fairly inexpensive if you just use their 3-part, like their or calyx, grow, bloom, and micro that they have now.
Is it really hard to mix up? Some people say you got to weigh it like
no, not the new one, not the calyx new product one.
Is it like a 3-part or a 1-part?
It's a 2, but it's like a micro that goes with the grow and the micro that goes with the bloom, like how other products have done. Their micro, but their micro is only $15 for 2 pounds, and then the grow is $15 for 2 pounds. It's $30 for 2 pounds, and then $30 for the bloom for 2 pounds.
Okay, so I just need to get the micro, which is the veg, then the bloom.
Yeah, that's going to be all your other stuff, and then you have the grow and the bloom, so you mix it together, right? And then my code is MPK Matt, and it's all in caps. I don't get any kickback from this, but it's a 20% off for
Okay, so
for
when I
people to
jump
see.
off, when I jump off the panel here, can you drop that into the chat or something? I'll
Yeah.
go ahead and look it up on Amazon and go ahead and order it because, I mean, I'm all for
I think it's their
smoking better
website.
quality bud. You know what I'm saying?
It's their
Say what?
website. You got to go to
Okay.
MBK Industries website to get to use that 20% off. Though.
Oh, that's great, bro. I don't give a shit where it's at. I got a credit card. It's good anywhere. You know
There
what
you
I'm
go.
saying?
I just want to let you know. I think it's there where you
I
get
just
it.
need something that's better for me. You know what I'm saying? Because Miracle Grow ain't kicking it. But I have been reusing this Coco Loco for fucking like a year now. So that's probably some of the reason too. You know what I'm saying? All that salt buildup and that shit.
Oh, you're using the same stuff, eh? If you
Dude, I've
rinse it
used the
properly,
same stuff since I started. Like this shit's fucking 2 years old.
you don't
Almost.
rinse it, do you?
Yeah, I rinse the hell out of it. Like I boil water and throw through it, but it still doesn't pull everything out of it. You know what I'm saying? And I've used General Hydroponics Floor Clean. I've ran it through it at the end, but I don't like doing that. Last time I did it is like I could taste in the fucking bud, like that shit stayed in there. So I don't know, it's weird. I don't trust it. I ain't gonna lie. So
Yeah.
I'd rather do it. Honestly, if it was me, I'd rather just go buy $200 worth of Guy Green and somebody teach me how to use Guy Green and just do it organic. I mean, it might not be as much bud, but fuck it, I want to smoke the cleanest bud, you know?
Yeah, you got that option too. There are options. I would try to find a route that you want to go and move away from.
What would y'all say the cleanest route is like for the best smoke? I ain't looking for like the biggest number of smoke. I'm looking for the best quality, not quantity. Because it's just for me.
I would say
I
with
don't
your grow style, I'd say I'd go organic, and then just mix it up and feed it and give it water. Because doing the synthetics, you can get yourself a really good clean product. Like the way that I grow, I can get myself a very good clean product, but you can't just throw shit around and you can't be just like, I don't reuse my medium, and I make sure I'm always on top of all my numbers all the time. Like if you don't do that right.
These plants are like shit. Don't get me wrong. I mean, these are 12 and 12 for fucking seed under a beast that's light. You know what I'm saying?
I just mean if you don't want to have the headache, if you don't want to have the headache of having to deal with so much bullshit, like sometimes if you got like I'm stressed right now, I'm flying out to another city in Saturday, and I have to set up a whole bunch of different plants. I have to get all this bucking done, so I have all this planning I have to do and setting up numbers for people.
Well, synthetics is hard for people too because you got to stay on.
I have to have
you got to stay on every fucking thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got to basically stabilize my reservoir so I don't have to They don't have to worry about it for 5 days when I'm gone. I'm sitting.
I would never be able to do it shit because I suck at math too. I'd be over like, God damn it, I need a calculator.
So this is why I suggested maybe starting with a dry amended organic route, maybe your best bet if you want a clean product, because you can plan it all one day, set it up, hit it with water, top dress when you need it a few times.
Yeah. So me, man, like the reason I got into growing is basically I'm not a heavy smoker like most. Like me, I like to breed, dude. I had so much fun in regular breeding. My uncles taught me how to do it, and I would just breed the fuck out of it. I wasn't like KJ. I wouldn't take like 7 males and let them gang bang a female. Like I wanted to know what my damn genetics was every time, but I got pretty good with the feminized breeding, so I've bred like 26 different cultivars and FR1s, which was all Project 99, which was the donor, but I got like 24 badass strains cut with it, and I need people to fucking grow it and test it. Like I got 3,000 seeds on it.
No, I agree.
And these look like shit, and they're 12 and 12 from seed, and the nukes ain't proper, the dirt ain't proper, but they're not herming. This is all a stress test, and they're stressed the fuck out. So if they was going to pop a nanner dick, they would have, So I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing.
Well, if you like doing the breeding and stuff like that, why don't you set up multiple different tents with multiple different lighting styles and setups so you can.
I don't have the room anymore. You know what I'm saying? I downsized. So I still like do breeding, but I'm doing breeding now like in small scale, like a 2x2 in solo cups. And people thinks it's crazy, but I'm like, you can get a 300 seeds out of a damn plant in a solo cup. Seriously, you fucking can do it. And you can use Miracle Grow soil that already has fucking enough life in the soil to run the plants, because fucking who cares what kind of damn nutrients it was? You're not going to smoke it. It's all seeds. It's feminized seeds. So, I mean, you know, I think that's kind of cool. Like, I got mini grows, you know, y'all are like beast growers, like y'all have product and you're making money. Like, you're doing the big thing. Me, I'm just an entrepreneur that loves weed and just has to provide a little smoke for me. Like, I could take a quarter pound and stretch it out for 4 months, if that tells you anything.
Oh, yeah. I hear you.
Y'all would be like, fuck that. I couldn't even do that for a fucking week. Like, I wouldn't even have enough bags to survive. You know what I'm saying?
A quarter pound lasts about a week here.
I'm the motherfucker, like, when the beer runs in, I'm looking around like, oh, fuck, no, I can't go without my beer now, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah. So I was just going to see what but you think that's all like a calcium problem there?
No.
Magnesium?
More you have
Magnesium?
So,
let me try some of that
product-
sulfur shit this run and see. But it's already fucked, that plant is, so I don't see it bouncing back, really, honestly.
it's just gradually happening at the plant all at the same time. So it's not magnesium, you know, like in human blood and hemoglobin, iron is the center of the hemoglobin, right? It is almost identical to chlorophyll, except for magnesium is the center, and there's a few hydrogens that are in different places. That is the only difference between blood and chlorophyll.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is their blood is what the plants need, and magnesium. Once you have a deficiency of it, it will start to lose the green all the way throughout.
I thought Gatorade's what plants crave.
Gatorade. And you be at the store, and people are like, what you got that liquid IV for? I'm going to give it to my plant. It's sick, man. Pep it right up. Motherfucker lay down the next day like, what happened? I don't know.
But don't overdo the magnesium, because if you overdo it with the magnesium, you start locking out many other things. You want to have...
Well, okay, I usually mix like a gallon per Miracle Grow to feed these damn plants. So I'm going to keep that ritual up this run, but after that, I'm going to throw the dirt out. I'm probably going to go straight cocoa with the jacks, because I hear people get a lot of good results out of that shit. Yeah. And I'm going to do away with the Miracle Grow. I think I've talked me out of it. I ain't got cancer yet, and I'm lucky, I guess. But you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to kick it. We're going to have to part ways. It's not doing good for me no more. It's like it's fucking turning on me. But, you know, I mean, the breeder plants and the solo cups, fuck them. They're getting Miracle Grow soil all day long. You know what I'm saying? But my shit I smoke, I have to get something better. But, I'm going to hop off, dude. I got to be at work before long. But I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for spitting the knowledge at me. So that Botanicare, it's saying 8 mils per gallon. Would you cut that in half at first, or what?
I would give it to it. Maybe I would give it to that dose, just because you do need it right now. But I wouldn't hit it all the time. I would just hit it and then maybe wait a
week, maybe, or some shit.
Yeah, and then wait a week and then do it again. I would definitely not hit it all.
Yeah, because
I made that mistake in the past. I think I fucked up putting too much magnesium in my plants.
What's up, boys?
Yeah, it's fucking weird, dude. That plant puts off a signature I've never smelt before. It's like burnt rubber and dead animals all together. It's fucking weird, dude.
Nice.
It's weird. Okay. It's a weird combination. But I'm gonna bounce, dude. I appreciate you letting me up. Y'all have a great night.
Have a good night, man.
Cheers, bud.
Yo, Matt, my bad, brother.
It's all good. You're there for the last 7 minutes.
I know. I feel like an asshole. I just woke up. My bad.
Sometimes you gotta do it.
Yeah, but I was up like right before the fucking 7 o'clock. I passed out. Sorry, brother.
No, it's all good, man. Yeah, no, I hear you. I think that's his issue, but I also... Oh, he's not up here anymore, but Stone, again, if you are still out there, like, I would be backing off on your feet, because you do have slight tip burn as well. Like I would be backing off on the full on the actual what the Miracle-Gro, and then just adding that a little bit. That's awesome that you're switching away from that.
Oh, cheers, yo. Anybody else?
But did you notice the tip burn as well? Yeah, and that's why you were thinking the HPV, because it had multiple different things going on at once.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't, you know, it's easy to throw like worst case scenarios at people, but
Yeah.
you know, if you can't get a hold of it, like that was the main thing with me, is that I was doing soil tests and had moisture meters, and I still had problems, and that's when I knew, like, yo, it's time for a full reset. Like
Yeah.
I know I've been watching HPLV like in my own garden, and then all the PhDs started dropping like their test results, and I was like, oh, my plants have looked like that for 5 years.
How significant was the drop, by the way?
What's that?
How significant was the drop? When you say your test results, like how much of a drop was it?
Oh, dude, it went, like, potency wise was horrific.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking a fraction, and like the holdability, like you would take it out of the jar and I would grind up a nug, it would smell decent, and then if you didn't smoke that within 5 minutes, it had no smell.
Oh, really? Okay.
It like just dissipated, like whatever, the whole thing was compromised. Yields were a fraction. I mean, pulling, you know, you should pull 13 pounds off a room, I was pulling 4.
Right. And that's what Carl was saying too. You don't see significant, like, detrimental, especially in flower. You're saying the most you see is like a couple plants that had it wouldn't uptake as well as the other ones.
Yeah.
That's just some of the experiences I've heard from the
And
fires.
where did they raise the percent chance from seed again? I remember they raised it.
Yeah, it's even higher now. It might even be up past 20%.
That's the scary thing.
Yeah.
Because here's the biggest thing about HPV is that over 75% of all facilities were affected by it when they found out.
Yeah.
So if 75% of the facilities are affected, I can guarantee you that all the people around could have issues too.
I think that the labs and the PhDs are kind of being over dramatic, so they can kind of get you scared to get your money.
Oh,
Because there's a lot of people who are suppressing it to where it's not even coming up on a test anymore. Like, they had a plant that tested positive. It had fusarium, because they come together a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And they got rid of it, and it took 2 years of like cutting new clones and like spraying systemic pesticides and fungicides. But they were able to clean these cultivars back to where they sent it out, and they were so low on viral load that it was non-detect, and the plants were actually like growing again, and strike rate in the dome trays and the clones were back to it like 100% from 2%. Like, that's when I knew I had a problem, where I had like cut 200 clones to get 12.
Yeah.
You know, and when you're chasing that and you don't know what it is, you're just like, wow, something's wrong. Where like, I used to cut 60 and take 30. You know, half. But they all rooted, but I had all the same size, vigorous. So when I'm like, nothing's happening, and then the flower's dudding, the plants are starting to open up and grow horizontal instead of going up. brittle. That intraveinal chlorosis was like one of the biggest things I was chasing.
Yeah,
Crazy.
and it was all over the plant equally, right?
Yeah, it jumped like because of cloning and being in the same root system. It can be in your water, so you can cross contaminate through a reservoir or a watering can.
Yeah, I remember I remember when that girl from Tizomi did the whole course on it at Bugbee's thing, and the detail that they were talking about that you have to go to in order to get rid of it. That's right.
Yeah, even tissue culture. If you're not going back like 8 generations on meristem,
Yeah.
you're not going to get it. It's going to hide in some of the cells.
Yeah. Well, it's smaller than a virus.
But I think like stressful environments are gonna bring it out and make it to where you can't get it back. So like if you're already dealing with a deficiency or a lockout and all this, and you're just playing it hard and you can't figure it out, and the plant's beat and you're still trying to clone it, and that's when it really comes out.
Yeah. From stress induced, eh?
Look at these motherfuckers.
Nice work.
That's Miracle Grow.
I remember you do it too.
I don't know, faded out nice, and I ran the shit out of these too.
Yeah.
I had these EC stacked to 5.
Nice.
I'm down to under 100 ppms on runoff now, though.
Right. Have you done this before, though, right?
Not with Miracle Grow. Man, I've ran just about anything you can run.
Right. Well, I was going to ask you, does it smoke different? But I guess this is your first time.
We'll find out.
Right. And you did it all on all the plants?
Yeah. Yeah. They were vegged with it and then transitioned with a couple of different mixes of it with advanced nutrients, beneficials, and yeah, I don't know. We'll see what it comes out like. It looks good.
Fuck yeah,
it all
about to
smells
say.
different too. This is at the end of week 8. This is at the start of week, or this is at the middle of week 9. And then this is at the start of week 10.
Did you say you had an EC of 5?
Yeah. Yeah. I hammered them right to the top.
You probably just want to cut out the beneficials next time.
I had a couple that really couldn't even take it, and they basically wanted to die.
Yeah, I would save the money on the beneficials.
Everything else went pretty good. Like platinum asset from Bingus. I seeded my whole room too.
Holy shit.
Damn.
They got like 2 buds on every single plant that are seeded.
Damn. What's your
That's why
temps
it's like
on flower? Someone's asking in chat.
We're sitting at 82 and 50 in here.
I can't wait to see when you take that wall out. That's gonna
I
be
know.
so dope.
This thing's a pain in my ass.
It's gonna be so dope.
Be so much nicer with just 2 tables. Boom, boom.
Okay, and there's no supporting, nothing there, so you can.
No, I built I built the ceiling and everything in here.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. It's all fastened to my floor joists upstairs, so.
Pollinated with what?
Bingus Platinum Asset and Cocoa Bomba from OG Seeds.
Let's go.
Obama.
Looking good though. Looking like you can get a lot on this.
Write the name.
That's Cocoa Bomba right there.
Damn, sorry.
Yeah, my phone's gonna fucking die, but thought I'd pop on for a minute.
It's all good. I went a little later anyways.
Man, I got like 60 plants that most of them will be coming down from outside next Tuesday. And they're all like 7 fucking feet tall.
Yeah, you were saying that because your weather's changing, right?
I got a bunch of rain coming. It's down to 50 at night here now. So,
Damn.
yeah.
So the people were asking though, was the pollination done on purpose or was it?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
No, it's done on purpose. I did 2 buds on every plant.
Awesome.
Oh, it's good to have some seed stock.
Great job, Indoor.
I grow enough weed, it makes sense too, so.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, boys. Everybody have a good night.
You as well, man. Thank you for sharing.
Later on, guys. Peace. Much love.
And everybody, have a great night. Until next week. I may go live. I may not do it. It all depends. If I do go live, it won't be from my house. It would be from over from a Short High's house. But I'll have my laptop anyway. So, but I'll have to talk to them.
Let's go.
But I'll see you guys next time.
Peace.